Hi YouTube, right, we're back with Detective Grimoire up to chapter 2 and let's see what we can sleuth out this time.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
I was gonna say maybe it's the
Remington's
office door
office?
key. This kid is really cute. Right, I don't feel like we looked everywhere in this cafe section, and I think that there are... Yeah, so we've got... I mean, that must be the office, and we've still got this little bit to check out as well.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never.
Okay, I want to know more about
water everywhere,
this.
and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that.
I feel like there is...
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
growing out of the side. McLaren, please don't rub your face against the microphone, dear.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck.
Okay, I feel like... Is that the path we came
The rope
from?
bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
I mean, we just came from... Well, last stream we came from that direction.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Maybe we could use the key on that.
A shipwreck? And
Okay.
what? Grass, trees, nothing unusual.
I mean, there's a lot of rubbish. Right, let's chat with this chap.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
Is his
At
head
your
the
service.
shape of a chef's hat,
Well,
or is he wearing
kind
a
of.
chef's hat?
Yeah, you're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
Is this
did you know
blood
my
on your top?
I can only assume
your
I must have
apron,
read about one
Harper?
of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Okay. What's so challenging about an old swamp? You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
I'm supposed to look to the
Okay.
past, right?
Right. Look to the past. Right. Killed the swamp creature when. Built the museum because. Was living in the swamp when. Founded Boggy's Bog when. Killed the swamp creature. Built the museum. Was living in the swamp when. What are the options over here? Was hunted and killed. Became a famous cartoon character. Was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. 20 years. Could it be Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago?
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Ah, Lady Weybridge.
Okay,
She was
okay.
living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Right, so we've unlocked the challenge with Lady Weybridge. That's good. Can we... Yes, we can. Okay.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in this swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Okay.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog.
The bog
He ate
dog.
one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
Ugh,
It
that
looks like
sounds
a hot dog.
gross.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Strange green
Take this
powder.
with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog.
Okay, we've got
Swamp
a drink.
juice.
Swamp
Try it.
juice.
It looks like... It looks...
Maybe this is the green liquid,
Well,
the
I'll
sticky
try some.
green liquid stuff.
later
So
on.
we might need to go
You're
back
in
to
luck.
Lady Weybridge.
That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Suspicion.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Was left the? Oh yes, Bobby Hurl left the cafe feeling ill, didn't he? Let's put that there and see what we can have. Left the cafe feeling ill after. Maybe Harper sold him a bog dog? Let's try that.
Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Maybe I just need to
Okay.
change one thing.
Was fired, sold him swamp juice? Maybe it wasn't Bobby Burl. Was it... Did Bobby feel ill, or was it... Right, let's... Maybe it was Richard, because this would make more sense, because he's, you know, the guy who's dead.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him about this.
So, that's obviously part of the murder, I'm gonna guess.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Fair.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned
love this
things to
guy's
go this
accent.
far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know!
Not yet.
Why did it sound like he was the investigator there? Right, we have the challenge. I'm going to present some clues to him first.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with.
Okay.
I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
What about the photo?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
No, apparently not. What about the journal?
I can't help you with that one.
No?
Sorry.
What about a book about flowers?
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Okay, I will.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
Yeah, he said that a minute ago. He'll probably tell us about the bog dog
It was
again.
Mr. Remington's favorite food.
Right.
That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
So I think we need to test the powder.
I can't help you with that one.
I feel like it
Sorry.
might match the flour. Maybe.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't
You
you
don't know
like to look
everything,
at
I'm
the
afraid.
outfit? I hope we get to wear the outfit at some point.
I can't help you with that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right, well, I'm going to challenge you now then.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
I think that the bog dog caused it. Drag an item into the empty space to try it. So, tomato sauce, mustard. Is that jam? I think, yeah, this green stuff that apparently I'm assuming is poison.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
I have proof it was you that poisoned his food. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. You left the food stocks outside the storeroom. I mean, we could go with that because we do have a lockpick. A lockpick has been involved so far.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
It could do, however, I feel like the swamp juice is the slime we keep finding on things. Let's ask him about all the different people.
I don't know very much about them.
It's you! You don't know anything about yourself. I mean, fair. If someone asks me about me, I'll be like, I don't know.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what to say.
Do you not know anybody?
I don't know very much about them.
How do you not know anybody?
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
He doesn't want to tell me anything, does he?
You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly. He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Okay. Right. A popular drink sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from his stock recently. Type of hot dog sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog. Remington's favourite food since last night's stock's covered in powder. Right. That wasn't what I meant to do. It's this button, isn't it? So I think we came from that way, so we want to go this way. A gift shop with a cute little lady at it. Okay.
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
Oh no.
There aren't many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue.
Look at the little mushrooms.
But I don't think so.
Does it tell me about the mushrooms?
There aren't many clues over here. But There aren't many clues over... But
Okay.
it's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards.
Is he gonna say that for everything?
Bonky doll. Boggy dolls, boggy doll, boggy doll. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside.
Look at these hats. Oh, look at that one.
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Oh my god, is this the mask?
What on earth? This
Or like
thing
the head
doesn't seem to belong
thing,
here
the
at
head
all.
part of Boggy's costume. Oh, it is.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head.
Awesome, we found
I
the
think.
costume head.
There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
Okay, red fabric inside.
2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Interesting.
Brightly colored. Is there a Boggy's Bog mug?
A Buggy's Bug mug.
Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas.
We haven't seen Officer James, have we?
It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though.
Ooh.
It's a framed drawing of Boggy.
Oh, that's
What a shame, it's not
fancy.
even signed. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting.
Ooh.
There's really no way to tell, you know?
Right, if I clicked everything... I think I have. Right. Headpiece from a homemade costume... homemade boggy costume. Found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop has an unusual lining with red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from someone's curtains. Oh, okay. So that must be the ripping sound that we heard last episode, and the curtains from the office. But we do actually need to go to the office yet. Let's talk to this lady.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh no, I only just arrived. I know, I was in my office yesterday. Did you miss me?
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Okay.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't
Okay.
think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, that could be a little sort of hint there.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know,
Hmm.
but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They
Is
were
that-
all still here this morning.
No, it won't because she was
Kind
in
of.
the...
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my My spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning.
Ew.
If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Okay. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they're covered in strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. So, maybe she is a bit suspicious. She could have, unless whoever... So, basically somebody probably wore these leggings to pretend to be Boggy, is what I'm thinking. Any more to say?
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
I used to always wear black leggings as well. Right, let's try some clues.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your
Good
pockets?
question.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Okay, the hats are popular.
I have no idea what that is.
Wonder
Where
if
are you keeping all this
she
stuff?
knows
In your
about
pockets?
any of the other people.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. I have no idea. This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I
So
think
she
so.
knew where it was taken.
The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Right. So we have a curtain piece.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
She's giving me suspicion at the moment. Oh wow, we've got the entire of the costume now.
I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel. That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it
Okay,
before.
so someone stashed it at the gift shop.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
I don't think she's going to tell us much more because the
I
black
have no
leggings,
idea
she'll
what
just
that
tell
is.
us about the prank again, probably.
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
Right, I think that's all the clues. We've got all of the suspects, have we? Or is that a space?
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
That is a good point, actually. What do you think? If someone got murdered at your workplace, would you quit or would you still work there?
I really don't know what to tell you.
I think it would, for me, depend on if they found the murderer.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Okay, so we've not unlocked her challenge yet. Right, so we either can go to the treehouse and do the challenge, and we can probably do some testing stuff, but I think we should go to the office and try the key.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped.
Oh look, yeah, you can see the rip on the curtain here. Okay.
This door has 2 keyholes.
What?
So, which key should I use in each one?
Ooh, a very good question. Oh, I feel like this might be like, is it matching the pattern in a way somehow? I'm confused. So that one, I think, would be that one. Maybe. I don't know if I've done this right or not. And that one could be that one. No. Maybe this one. Does that mean it's wrong? Right, I am a little confused here. How are we... I thought it would maybe be like matching the pattern. So you've got a mark at the bottom, a mark there, and a mark there. Could that be that one? I feel like it wants to be like the other way round. Wait, that's it. They are there's different shapes. Is that right? Maybe that one. And that one. Was that like dead obvious and I just made like an absolute hash of it? Okay, so we're inside. What is that?
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
Okay. Look at this.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows.
Hey, it's got...
Something about those 3 prongs.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got 3 prongs on it.
I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
Yeah. A fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. There is a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs. Covered in a strange liquid slime, the 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? Probably.
Hunting memorabilia. It would be...
That's the same thing. Look at this.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in.
Oh.
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now.
There's a gun here.
An old hunting rifle.
We heard
discarded
gunshots.
carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
We did hear a gunshot. An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office. Is it his, though?
I don't know what I'm gonna... This is the creepiest office.
Right,
The
let's
open
look at the
window
curtain.
looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
So, the curtain has definitely been made out of his... no. The lining of the... Maybe the costume was Remington's. But then why would he have the claw marks? I don't know.
Something happened here.
Oh, yes.
There are signs of a
murder.
struggle between the desk and the window. Something there's...
Yeah.
No way. No way. Is this... a werewolf?
Maybe.
This is the creepiest. Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty.
Ooh.
Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important.
Ooh, a little puzzle for us to
If I can piece it together again,
Yes.
maybe it'll reveal a secret.
I love puzzles. Right, we've got a corner piece here, a corner piece there, a corner piece there, and a corner piece there. I think that it's just a two-lined piece. Right, you probably go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there. You go there, you go there. Oh, it's all the... No, it's not. Oh. Here we go.
This photograph, it's a young Remington,
Yeah.
and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Harper might be in the picture. Because he's known him a long time. First Order of Cryptozoological Hunters, Headquarters 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands among friends. They are all holding rifles. Right, okay. Well, that explains where his
Have I
rifles
uncovered
come
a
from.
secret in here?
Is historical evidence that disproves that, explains why, it shouldn't be the reason. Was a ghost, it belonged to a secret society, was found at the crime scene, murdered the victim. Maybe it's that the hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
We're on to chapter 3. How exciting. That went very quickly. So, we haven't finished looking around here yet.
This is the creepiest. Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy.
Okay.
He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose.
So this might have been part of the kerfuffle as well.
Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Oh, that's kind of cute. That's a tree. I wonder if that's anything important. Ooh, look
It's
at
a
this.
note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate.
Maybe lady.
Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF. I don't think we've met anyone called FF yet.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. It's a note that where was and it's
I was
some
trying to
whole-
move it. Ooh. Exciting.
It's a letter Remington was before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come, all due to the simple realization. The rest is obscured. What a tease. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card.
Okay, so that's the TV show guy.
There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Vincent Van... There's a...
Do we not get to see the numbers?
Vincent Van...
No,
There's
can't move it.
It's a letter
Can't
before
do
my...
that.
But if I feel... Oh,
So I guess that is everything that we can see here. Where do we want to go next? We want to go and talk to the lady. Oh, we got some new questions for her as well.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
Okay.
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
Okay.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Can we show her the curtain? I presume we can in prison.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off?
That's
With a killer on the loose
interesting
now?
wording,
There have been
considering I
murderers
think
loose in the
the
swamp
curtain is her.
What are you talking about?
Hers,
In
not
my
her.
time
She's not the
here,
curtain.
I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What
The hunting
were they
crew.
hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down its main attraction.
No, because he wanted to do it himself. Let's go through her challenge.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Yes. You were the original founder of the tourist attraction. You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago. You created the myth of the swamp creature to scare people away.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I need you to tell me if the journals are fake. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is. I don't think we know any of these options, do we? Did we? Was there a page missing? There was definitely a page missing mentioned in the first chapter, so I think we'll go with that.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You stole it from him before he left the swamp. You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum. I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind. I mean, I feel like this is where I'm leaning towards.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
Is this
Oh,
you?
pretty.
He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back. What's this?
Feet.
Footprints.
So they don't match the three-prong thing, do they? The lost page ripped out of the Explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the Explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Yes. Okay, we do have things to present to you.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes?
Are you going to tell me?
No.
Rude.
No, thank you.
Let's see.
Oh, okay, right, we can do the swamp juice samples.
First thing we do, then
right,
tap.
Yeah. So we can put swamp juice in there.
And now we just have to.
And then we make the green again. It matches.
Got it!
So the swamp juice is what we're finding on everything.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time?
It was.
This was the exact same liquid.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay. I think this is going to get some reaction.
No, thank you.
No? Oh, I thought that might be the material that she gave him.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
I feel like it's going to be the same thing again. Do you think we'll ever get any that needs different ingredient?
Got it! Now I know what that liquid. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Yeah, pretty certain
I
everything.
recognize some of those men.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
Ooh. Who?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you. You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Hey, we've almost got all the clues. There's only one left.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap.
I don't know why I keep letting it explain that. Right, so we're gonna get exactly
Now
the same.
Got
Same
it!
again.
Now I know what that. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
The only reason that is proof that found in the treehouse and found at the crime scene, and so the fire poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene.
Okay, so we
I'll
can
have to ask her
unlock
about it.
Sally's challenge now. Okay, right. You have a few people to discuss.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Right. What about
I'm
Harper?
not even sure who that is.
Oh, really? I thought you might know Harper. Okay, I feel like we've Got all of her information. Oh wow, there's somebody we've still not met. Interesting. Okay, right. Have we been everywhere? We have. I want to go back to the beginning. Where was this bit? Here we go. Hey, there's a person here now. Stop swamping the swamp.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground. These flower petals... A rather prominent tree. It's...
Okay. I thought we might be able to pick these up, because I think we need to test these. Right, we have a new
You've arrived
suspect
at a
here.
bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a
That is
detective,
very true.
not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in the bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name.
Everstone.
Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose. Or why? Because you're a good swimmer. Or why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall.
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again. Until my job is done.
Okay.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it
Not
was...
thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Aren't you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Was that maybe a hint about the rubbish drawing?
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Okay, boggy costume.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
He was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Maybe you were wearing it.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
What did he mean by that? That's not right, we're going to have to show you everything, I'm afraid, friend.
Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Okay.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
Maybe he'll mention about the bog dog.
Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Did you want a nice picture of Boggy?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Very standoffish.
Show it to somebody else.
I would have thought he'd have more of a reaction to that.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
How did he know that?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And
Is he
show
in the
it
picture?
to Mr. Harper before
Show
you
it to
leave.
Mr. Harper, okay.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. Show it to somebody else.
Wrong button. There you
No thanks, my friend.
go.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
He likes the cartoon version.
No thanks, my friend.
Does he have nice legs, do you think?
I'm
that will
afraid
fit
I
in
have
them?
no idea.
Right, you were pretty useless on that side. Right, we've unlocked her challenge. We still need to unlock his.
You're asking the wrong person.
So let's find out from all of you.
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too.
Thinks highly of himself, then. What's this?
He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Okay.
You're wasting your time with that one.
Okay, interesting.
I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person.
So he's probably never met her.
Ah, yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Okay.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Okay.
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Right. Okay, so we've not... we don't have anything to unlock that yet. I think let's go back to the clearing and we'll talk to the first two chaps because we've learnt and we've got a lot of different things since then. We'll talk to Vanderpeer first. Ah, here we go.
What can you tell me about these designs for a Boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
What if he was dressing as a lady Boggy to try and attract Boggy to come out? Could that be what the costume is?
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Okay, right, what clues have we got since last time we saw you?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Well, tough. I'm investigating a murder.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
And for that, I'm going to
If you
show
want an
you
autograph,
everything.
a plain sheet of paper will... I don't really have time to be looking...
I feel like
You
this
won't
is
be
a
getting
little
very
bit
far
cheaty
discussing
to
that
show
with
everything,
me.
but
Try someone
you never know.
less important.
I feel like if I was actually a detective, I would show everybody the clues to see how they reacted.
If you want an autograph... I don't really have time to be looking...
I mean, it's the murder weapon, friend.
You won't be getting very...
Okay. I think he probably
If
is
you want an autograph...
useless.
I don't really have time... You won't be getting...
Let's show him Boggy's face.
If you want an autograph,
I don't think he knows
don't really
anything about anything, does he?
you won't be getting...
Right.
I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photograph for you?
No. I want you to tell me about all these
I'm a
different
busy
people.
man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time. The world's premier director, the king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man.
No.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course. I simply don't have time. You want me to sign it? Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible! Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday.
No.
That was just a one-off,
A
wasn't it?
one-off.
For
That
him,
happened
I
to
think so,
murder.
yes.
Okay, right. Feels like I'm done talking to him yet. Right, let's talk to Mr. Burl.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Okay.
That's great.
I think he may have befriended the
I'm sorry, I have not
protesting
seen
guy.
that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great. That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last
Okay,
night.
so we now
Before he
know
got
that he
ill and rushed back
definitely
to his office?
eated it.
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Right, so we definitely know he ate one now.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's...
Yes, it is.
That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Okay.
What is it? Some evidence?
Oh, no, not what I meant to do. I meant to... Show you the missing page.
That's great.
Okay, no.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Do you know what we should do?
That's great.
We should Cinderella this. Not Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella. And see who the outfit fits. I feel like that might be a thing. Right.
You should ask someone else.
So you don't know Sally.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Oh, you don't know Echo. I thought you might have spoken to Echo based on your similar views.
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies. You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different.
Right. Okay. Feels like you're done talking to him as well. Yep, I agree. I think we need to go to the gift shop and do her challenge. We do have some new clues as well. And she had a new talking point there, didn't she?
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Right, Missy. Or should we do the clues and person profiles first?
Is that one of your clues? I have no idea. Where are you keeping all this? Is that one of your clues?
I thought she might react to that. Oh, I
The
didn't
black
check
leggings you
the
found in your
other
bag this
people.
morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
This exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. I have proof you were wearing them during the murder. Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're loose and stretched. You're too fat to wear these. They're far too long for you to wear. They are like weirdly shaped. Is it loose? Whether we'd call it loose and stretched, I don't know.
They're loose
We'll go
and
with
stretched.
that.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Ooh, okay. What the hell? That is so random. Okay. A wind-up toy. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Right, okay. I do just have to ask you about Echo.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Right. Spends more time holding. Spends less time holding. Has recently acquired. Has never spoken to. And plans to eat it because he's so terrified, and more time in his tent. Right. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been
That's
doing that's
unlocked
more
his
important than his
challenge.
protest.
Nice. Okay. Right, let's go back to the cafe and speak with this chap.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much.
Do you know what? This Harper guy, he reminds me of one of the blokes in Mary Poppins. Like, the bank guy. Like, just how he looks. Right, what other clues have we got?
I can't help you with that one. Why don't you show?
Right, do you know...
You don't know everything.
No.
I can't
We'll show him
help
the
you with that
hunting
one.
photo last.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Ooh.
That's
How
the
does he
same
know
fabric
that?
from Mr. Remington's curtains. It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Okay. Well, that's all the clues, isn't it? Oh no, we've still got the black
Why don't you
leggings.
show that to someone else? I don't know what to say.
Okay, you don't know her. What about Echo?
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently.
Maybe
Which
it's
is a
because
shame.
he's put
I think
weight
it's an
on.
admirable cause.
And
Do you
that's
talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat. Nothing of real importance.
Yes, he's asked what they like to eat. Oh. I think we might have a suspect. Right, before we go back to Mr. Protesting, let's go to the museum. Right, we've spoken to her. Everybody has 8 apart from this guy and Boggy. Right.
So,
Sir.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe nothing but foolishness.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Interesting. So this missing page has what Boggy's feet look like.
Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
Okay.
A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious time, Detective. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. I have no interest in something like that. You're wasting your...
Am I
I've never seen that
wasting my
before,
time?
and I never... So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Well, Harper needs to know about it. So he... Now he looks a little shifty.
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
Oh, wrong one again. I've not finished with you, sir.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious...
Okay, right.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Okay, interesting.
Next time, only show... This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Okay, right, we've finished talking to him. Mac, get out of my way. Right, we need to go back and talk to Harper. Do we? Or have I done that already? I think I already did that, didn't I? Oh look, we're at 99% here. We've got 100% on here. Let's see where we're at here. Alright, so we've probably got to do this to get the 100% there. We've got everything here. So I'm guessing there must be another area that we've not unlocked for the notes, unless this is going to give us notes.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry,
maybe
but
we
it's
get
my job
access to his
ask.
tent.
People have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
A little ghosty!
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted!
Why not?
Oh no. Oh, you can do it again.
I heard you've been spending less time
good.
protesting
Right.
recently and no. Howdy. Notebook time.
Right, okay, we'll do the actual one this time. Why has Echo been hidden away in his tent? Because he's been making the costume, I guess. He's been evading tax.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Oh.
Why not?
What is the actual reason then?
I heard you've been spending less time and
Look.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden. Notebook.
I mean, it's not tax evasion or the weather. Right, we'll go with that one again.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
I'm a little... What else? Is there something we can...
Show it to somebody else.
Interesting. Right, we must have to talk to somebody else.
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, chapter 4, the beginning of the end. You know, I think I might actually leave this here. We will have an episode 3 of Detective Grimoire. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to completely finish to the end. But I think I'm going to leave the ending to another a video. So all it leaves me to say is thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week with the conclusion of Detective Grimoire.